So first of all, we will talk about what is blockchain. Um, Blockchain is a decentralized database that stores information in information, block linked together by coding extending over time. On internalization time linked to the reverse block with a time code and transaction data. Blockchain is designed to resist data changes. Once the data has been networked, if you accept, there is no way to change. On the world, there are half a percent of the world population is using blockchain technology. Blockchain adoption statistics show that half a percent of human population is currently using blockchain technology, or somewhere around 40 million people. The second part, we will talk about the original of blockchain. First of all, blockchain is a rolling list of coin blocks that are linked using cryptography, and each block contains a cryptography hash of the previous block, a timestamp, and transaction data. After that, this is the design of blockchain. By design, a blockchain is resistant to modification of data. Although blockchain records are untenable, blockchain may be considered secure by design and exemplify a distributed computing system with high Byzantine fault tolerance. Decentralized consistent had therefore been claimed with a blockchain. This is inventor of blockchain. Blockchain were invented by a person using the name Satoshi Nakamoto in 2008 to serve as the public transaction ledger of the cryptocurrency Bitcoin. After the original, now we will talk about the historical development of blockchains. The early days, the idea behind blockchain technology were described as early as 1991, when research scientists Stewart Harper and Scott Stonetta introduced a computationally practical solution for timestamping digital documents so that we could not be back data or tamper it with. The system uses a cryptographically secure chain of blocks to store the timestamp documents, and in 1992, Merkle trees were incorporated to the design, making it more efficient by allowing several documents to be collected into one block. However, this technology went unused, and the patent lapsed in 2004, 4 years before inception of Bitcoin. After that, you can see the table of the process of blockchain from 1991 to 2018.
Hello everyone, my name is Min and from CC1 introducing to computing. Now I would like to introduce you third part, applicability. The first widely known application from blockchain technology is probably Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. But currently, blockchain is revolutionizing most industries. Here are a few practical examples of application of blockchain technology in our daily lives. Now, I'd like to go to detail of some blockchain apps. The first one I want to mention is blockchain application on cryptocurrency. What is cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency Virtual currencies are typer digital money. It's similar to normal money but only digital. So there will be no bills or coins for you to bring. The core element of cryptocurrencies is blockchain technology. It achieves decentralization, transparency, and immutability. Cryptocurrency have enormous potential. Whether it's become the cheapest, fastest, safest, or the most popular value exchange medium ever in the world, let's look at the advantages and backdrops. One of the advantages is fairness. Crypto helps you exchange directly between two people without going through any other third party. Convenient. Can be traded anytime. You only need a smartphone with an internet connection to be able to use. Thirdly, you can transfer money from one country to another very quickly for a super cheap fee. Safe and high security. On the backdrop, cryptocurrency are not that widely accepted in countries. Easy access to people who know about technology. For the technology blind, it's a bit difficult. The price fluctuation is still very large. The blockchain application smart contracts. What is a smart contract? It's a computer protocol intended to digitally facilitate, verify, or enforce the negotiation or performance of a contract. Smart contracts allow the performance of credible transactions without third parties. These transactions are checkable and irreversible. How to apply smart contract in the real life? Smart contract can be integrated into many areas. Voting. The voting result will be transferred to blockchain and distributed to nodes in the network. All data will be encrypted and completely anonymous. This method can eliminate fraud in elections. Logistics. With smart contracts, each participating part can monitor the workflow to complete the task on time. It ensures transparency in contract terms and prevents fraud. In commerce, as you can see here, it can be used for many use cases. According to experts, the current retail market should gradually shift its services to online sales. The big challenges of e-commerce can be handled by smart contracts when applying blockchain technologies. Volunteer, Blackboard, and Loyal is a blockchain application that allows consumers to easily access information about products they have purchased and receive service support. In the event a product malfunctions, blockchain application in agriculture. Do you know where the food, clothes come from? So how can we ensure the quality, transparency, and reliability of our products on a long journey from manufacturer to the consumers? The answer is blockchain. Food industry original trail, a blockchain platform that lets consumers know where the food products they buy come from and how they are manufactured. Blockchain applications in financial and banking services. Bitcoin Atom, they allows for easy exchange of cryptocurrencies with no transaction fees and cannot be hacked when trading, making Bitcoin truly decentralized. Upward, a global application and digital wallet that allows you to buy, invest, and store 20 cryptocurrencies, include Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, requires high transaction speeds, including smart contracts created from chain payments. Blockchain application in education and healthcare. When a patient goes for a test or examination, all their results will be stored in blockchain technology. In the case of patient wishing to transfer to anywhere in the world, they only need to retrieve their information and test results on the blockchain chain. Medical chain and metric. Blockchain application in electoral voting. Due to complex issues in security and electoral fraud, few countries have turned to electronic voting machines. Blockchain can provide a solution to this problem. Finally, blockchain application in intellectual property gaming taxes. If you're a musician, you always want to ensure that you will receive royalty when your music is released. Blockchain technology can help us protect our property by creating indisputable property records in real time. By deploying a blockchain, gamers will eventually able to own these items and fully control their status. No one can copy them illegally. After above knowledge, you probably know the useful applications of a blockchain, right? Now let's move on to the last part, potential development.
Next, I will consider about the potential development in the future of blockchains. First is the first eliminating trusted third parties. Blockchain as a technology has a potential to fundamentally affect a wide variety of processes and technologies, and it calls the blockchain is a system for eliminating the need for trust transactions. While many style less simple proportion, many approaches institutions in the world exist today to operate a trusted third parties. For example, SWI, FT, and the Compository Trust Clearing Company cooperate the opportunities about for companies that can create apply blockchain technologies targeting specific decisions, for example, the mortgage industry. Next is blockchain will protect self-driving cars. Many people look at blockchain as uh, as nothing more than digital leader system, and some people even say it is synonymous with Bitcoin. But the true potential of blockchains is an encrypted database structure in revolutionary, exciting, and is yet unrealized. For example, cyber security has been deployed in the own demand for welfare innovation in many industries, including driverless vehicles. Many people consider the technology for other vehicles not only perfect in test run but also ready for the marketplace. However, registration won't allow the fabric cars in any real way just yet, and one big reason is cybersecurity. After all, even modern vehicles that are on the road now have been intercepted remotely by hackers. In the past, automakers have never been able to guarantee full security against cyber attacks in their favorite cars, but with blockchain they can. Next is ensuring a secure internet of the future. The most important feature of blockchain is that provides unsurpassed security in unsecure internet. One of the main benefits of blockchain provides over other leader software is that it is based on cryptography. Is it's proven to be immutable. One cannot go back to a certain world of blockchains and change information. For the 10 years of blockchain exists, it's never been hacked. And it is distributed across the multiple networks, making it extremely hard to bring down in the case of authoritarian governments or illegal business practice. Next is the blockchains for digital advertising. The blockchain is the solution to bring the transparency to the supply chain because it inherently brings trust to trusted environment. By reducing the number of bad players in the supply chain, it enables the good companies to thrive. More important, publishers can collect a higher percentage of total dollars entering the ecosystem due to as-time impression delivery. The blockchain is in infancy, but underlying technology is here to stay, and tech companies should be looking how it can help to improve the business. And next we consider about the effect of streaming money on business. We have become accustomed to the bi-weekly or monthly pay period we take in even business as employees. Yes, in 2018 marks the year when it's no longer required norm. One very exciting quality of blockchain technology is micropayments. Another is smart contracts. It can be combined in interesting ways, and one of which is to create stream money. Although it was created years ago by Andres and Notables, and really just coming to fruition now. And we will the potential of blockchain about the future of job prospects. Many experts have recently noted that the demand for those who possess practical blockchain implementation knowledge and far outpaces supply, effectively making it a sort of holy grail for tech recruiters. MBI's Vice President of Blockchain Technologies, Thierry Kommer, spoke to the matter by staring. Is there a time purpose? Yes, we haven't seen it yet. There's an entirely new way business to interact. It is awesome and its text roots it will be revolutionary. Revolutionary. And next about blockchain further geographical expansion of blockchain technology. There are clearly tons of blockchain benefits, but perhaps the greatest effect is future expansion will be seen in underdeveloped countries such as Zimbabwe, Venezuela, and Philippines. In the recent world banking service, connectivity remains an issue. According to David Crosby, a university of Pennsylvania lecturer, the future of blockchain technology has the ability to improve the quality of every life in developing countries, generate automation support, and move nations closer to a well-developed Western society. So it's a my this is my presentation about the blockchain. So thank you for your listening, and see you again in my presentation in class.